Hi guys, you're welcome back to Judas Fashion Home channel. I want to say a big thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you all. May God bless you. So, and for those that are seeing my video for the first time, please kindly subscribe to my channel for more videos. And please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get notified anytime I post a new video. So you can be the first person to see it. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching on how to cut and sew this beautiful flare with gathered gown and a puffy sleeve. So if it's something you are interested in, kindly stay tuned to the end of this video. Thank you. So for this tutorial, I'll be making use of this Ankara fabric. So it's 5 yards. Then I won't be making use of a lining for this dress. So I'll be making use of a facing. I'll be cutting a facing for the front and the back. So now I've folded my fabric into two. This would be for the front bodies. So I'm drawing my starting line. So I folded my fabric with the measurements of my bust divided by 4, then plus extra 5 inches allowance. So now, I'll be marking my chest line, which is 8 inches, which is also my armhole line. So I'll mark my half length, my waist length, which is 17.5 inches. Then I'll add extra 2 inches allowance. So I'll connect my lines. So I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder measurements divided by 2, 16, divided by 2, 8 inches. Then I'll repeat the same 8 inches on my chest line. Then I'll connect it down and curve my armhole like this. So I'll come down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. Then I'll connect it. So I'll be going to take my bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 inches allowance, then my waist measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 inches allowance. So I'll be making use of a waist dart for this dress. No any darts that will be padding. So now I'll be cutting out. So I'll be placing my front pattern on my back. So I'll be tracing out the same thing from the front to the back. The only difference at the back is just the zipper allowance. So my zipper allowance is 2 inches. So I've done cutting it. So I'll be slitting my zipper allowance. So now I'll be taking my neckline measurement. So the width of my neckline is 3 inches. Then the depth for the front is 3.5 inches. I'll curve my neckline. Then for the back depth, I'll be making use of 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and connect that also. So I'll be cutting the back neckline first. So after cutting it, I'll set aside the front. Then I'll cut that also. So now I'll be taking that measurement, that is my nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 8 inches divided by 2, that is 4 inches. So I already notched that. So I'll repeat that too at the back bodies. So I'll mark that and also notch it, so I will know where I'll be taking my dart from. So I'm done for the upper bodies. So for the flare, we'll be cutting out the flare now. So for my flare, I'll be taking up my 17.5 inches, that is my half length. So I want the length of this flare to be 40 inches, so plus 10 inches allowance. So I've marked that, so I'll now fold it in two like this. So the full length of this gown we are making is 56 inches. So I'll be folding it in a way that we want to cut our half circle flare. So now from where I'm placing my tape, I'll measure 8 inches round. So from that 8 inches, I'll come up with my half length, that's 17.5 inches. I'll take it up, then measure the length of the flare. So I want the length of this flare to be 40 inches like I said earlier. So I'll add extra half inches to it. So that's what I'm marking right now. So I'll go ahead and cut. So here it is. So I later noticed that this 8 inches that I cut out won't be enough for my waist measurement, so plus the zipper allowance. So I later came down to 11 inches. I know this will affect the length of my flare, but I'll add it up with the down gathers. So I'll cut it out. So yeah, I'll now take the measurement, and now it's okay for my waist measurement plus the zipper allowance. So now take up my 17.5 inches and mark where the flare is right now. So where it is 37 point half, yes, 37 point half, 37.5 inches rather. So now I'll be taking the measurement of the down part of this flare, so which is 24 inches. You know it's folded into 4, right? So 24 divided times 4 is 36. So now I want to know the gathers, the length of the gathers the length of the fabric I'll be cutting to gather to the down part of this flare. So now I took up I'll be taking up 37 inches. You know, when we add the flare to the upper bodies, so we'll be having 30 so that is 37, yes, 37 inches. So now I'll be taking it up on this fabric that I placed on my table, so to mark the full length of my gown, which is 56 inches, then plus extra 2 inches. Now here is the full length of this ankara that I'm folding into two right here. So I know it won't be enough for the gathering, so I'll later be cutting one pieces of this the same length as this, so with the same measurement I'll be cutting another one, so we'll be making three. So I'll join them together, and that will be for my gathers at the down part of it. So if you are making this dress, if you want a fuller effect at the down part, just make use of 6 yards rather. So, and the length of this ankara is 42 inches. It's not, sorry, it's like 43 inches. So it's not up to like 45 that it used to be before. So now 43 times 3 inches, so we'll be having like 129 inches. And the down part of this flare is altogether 96 inches. So you can see that it's not really much, but we'll be making use of it like that. So now I'll be cutting the facing for the front bodies. I said earlier that I won't be making use of lining for this dress. So here's the facing for the front. So I'll also repeat the same for the back bodies also. I'll cut out the back facing. So I'm done cutting the facing. Now it's up to the sleeve. So the sleeve here, I'll be cutting the both sleeve at the same time. So I'll be folding it into four. Then this sleeve is a puffy sleeve. Although this fabric is not up to the length of the sleeve I want to make use of. So I'll mark 4 inches up. So first of all, I'll draft my normal armhole like that. So after, I'll now connect that 4 inches from the up right down to meet the front, the first armhole that I drafted. So here is how the puffy sleeve is going to be like. So I'll go ahead and cut. So the width of this down sleeve is like 11 inches. So why it's wide like this is because I will be using an elastic for it. So now I'll go ahead and turn my neckline. I've done turning my neckline. So I've done closing my back zip allowance. I've done taking the darts. So here's the front facing. So that part I'll be using hemming gum to hem it down, so it won't be coming out, flipping up. So yeah, I'll go ahead and shape my bodies with the allowance, so with my bust measurement. So I'll be taking out the allowance. I have to be 2 inches. Although why I'm adding much allowance to this, because my client said she wanted much allowance in it in case if she added, so she can loosen it out. So I've done shaping my top. So I've done joining my shoulder. So now I want to check my measurements, the half length measurements, so to know if there's extra there. So I'm having some extra, so I'll be trimming them out. So I've done trimming out. I'll go ahead and open my zipper allowance. I like closing my zipper allowance first before shaping my top or anything. So now I'll be joining my flare to it. So I've done joining my flare. You can see how beautiful it's coming out, like it's looking. So now I'll be joining the down part to it, which is the one that will be gathering to the down part. So I'll go ahead and, we're having 3 parts like I said earlier. So I'll go ahead and join it first. Then after joining it, I'll go ahead and run a stitch, long stitch, a gather stitch. So then I'll now gather it. So when you are gathering it, uh, this fabric that I'm using is not really much like that. So if you are using the same for yours, like the same measurement, so just make sure that you don't gather it too much, so the fabric won't be short for the flare that you're adding it to at the end of the day. So you have to gather it little by little, not too much. So I've done gathering it. I'll go ahead, I'll take it to my sewing machine and go and join it to the down part. So I've done joining it. So I've done stitching the down part of it. I've done closing the back. So the only place left is the zipper allowance where I'll be attaching my zipper to. So here are the sleeves. So I've done adding like 2 inches to the down part of the sleeve to make it a little bit longer. So I'll be adding elastic to it. So for your elastic, you'll be taking the measurement of your bicep. So then you cut out your elastic. So from the down part of my sleeve, I came up by 5 inches. So that's why I'll be adding my elastic to. Then I'll go and create the puffy effect. I'll go ahead and use my um machine to create the gathers on my puffy sleeve, for my puffy sleeve rather. So now here is my dress. I'll be trimming out the armhole. So the armhole is a little bit smaller. I'll go ahead and trim it to make it wider to fit in the, so the sleeve can fit in. Make sure you don't trim yours too wide. So I'll go ahead and trim the other side too. So I'll go ahead and fix my sleeves to it. Then go ahead and sew my zipper to it also. So here is the final look. Here's the outcome of it. You can see how beautiful it's looking like. So please guys, kindly give this video a like, a thumbs up, so many people can see it. And please don't forget to share and comment on this video. So I'll be seeing you in my next video. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. May God bless you all. See you next in my video. Bye.